The star of Infinity War was Thanos, but who is the star of Endgame? Is there any character who will steal the show?
We can't say. We're protecting the plot of that movie zealously. So, unfortunately, we won't answer any questions about the plot of Endgame. We're so close to the release of the movie that we just want people to be surprised when they see it.
And also in Marvel Cinematic Universe, there is nothing random and all movies are connected. So which film would you recommend to watch? Which previous film? Which is important for Endgame?
We feel that the most important two movies to watch for this movie are Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War. Those are the two movies that have begun sort of the Avengers movement toward Thanos and toward the where they were left at the end of Infinity War by Thanos. So if you watch those two movies, you're going to be in a pretty good place.
And are you sad about leaving Marvel Cinematic Universe now that the X-Men are going to be introduced?
Yes, for sure.
I mean, I think it's interesting. Fantastic Four, X-Men. There's a lot of really interesting places they go with all those characters. We're going to take a little bit of a break. It's been 7 years for us, so I think we're going to focus on. We're going to do a movie with Tom Holland next called Cherry that we're going to shoot this summer.
And now that you are done with Marvel Cinematic Universe for the moment, what do you think about the criticism about there are too many superhero movies? Do you think that the audience can get tired of the genre, or there's a lot to explore? Or?
People don't want to watch them; they don't have to go see them. But clearly, with the numbers behind Black Panther and Captain Marvel, it would be hard to make an argument that it's diminishing.
I think it's all based on the quality of a movie. It's it's with any movie. It's just people will respond to good movies, and as long as people keep making good superhero movies, there'll be an audience for them.
And also, Infinity War ending was really, really shocking. So, was it the biggest challenge for you to make Endgame's ending as good as Infinity War ending?
I mean, you can't chase whatever movie you just made. You can only focus on the story that you're trying to tell and just tell the best story that you can. We're very happy with Endgame. We feel like it may be our best work for Marvel, but it's for the audiences to judge. And it's in the universe's hands now. We just let it out there, and hopefully people are excited and entertained by it.
And how would you describe it with 3 words?
We can only describe it with one, if that's okay.
One.
We will say cathartic.
And for you?
Yeah, I would say
Same.
the same.
Yeah.
So was the plot set in stone, or did you hesitate about some things, or how was the process?
The process was the process was similar to all of our other processes. We like to work very closely with the writers, Marcus and McFeely, and we spend months and months with them thinking about all the kind of possibilities, all the different places we can take these characters, take the story. We'll experiment with a lot of ideas where we run down certain scenarios. But it's a very thorough process before we settle on what we want to do. But once we settle, we kind of lock right into that and focus on that story.
And also, the end of Infinity War was devastating. So is this something that you took in count while making Endgame, the audience feelings? It's something that you are afraid of, disappointment?
I mean, we're not afraid of the feelings at all. I mean, I think our job is to just tell the best story that we can. And again, I think the best experiences we had as kids when we were watching movies, and that's what, we just try to replicate that experience. So they were intense emotional experiences, things that taught you about loss. Empire Strikes Back. Rocky, it's a sort of like perseverance through conflict, and I think that's what we're trying to do with this movie is tell the best story that we can in the most complete way that we can, and then again keep your fingers crossed that the audience responds to it.
But I will say this: in the same way that audiences are dealing with the difficulty of what happened in Infinity War, these characters are also dealing with that. These characters are dealing with the legacy of what Thanos did, and they're all trying to come to terms with it. How do they move forward from that moment? How does a hero go from an experience like that and find a way forward? And that's basically our jumping off point into this film.